Hi again, welcome to Grace Counseling Centre videos. For the sake of accountability, my name is Kirby Chua, and here are the 5 frequent goals of marriage counseling. We're doing this to answer the question, what do people talk about in marriage or couples therapy? So I'm going to jump straight to it. The first goal is infidelity and trust restoration. They may sound like two, but it's the same thing. If there's infidelity, the goals would be to restore trust and to restore the relationship, to restore the marriage. Typically, it's the partner, the husband or the wife, catching their partner having an affair, having an emotional affair, a one-night stand, mini affair, I call it, physical affair, sexual affair, and the trust has been broken down. The trust has been questioned between husband and wife, and we are here to restore the marriage. How will the process go? I'll just give a brief taste on this one. Normally, we deal with more narrative building. Are you dealing with someone who's an evil and wicked person, or are you dealing with someone who just fell once? Isolated incident. So there's a lot of narrative building. There's a lot of logistics discussion on where will the kids sleep. Should I separate from you for now and stuff. Most couples do not know how to go about it, and rightly so, because it's a case-to-case basis. There's a lot of resources in the internet, but it will not address your deep down uniqueness of each case. And for this reason, there's going to be an interview session for both the husband and the wife to get their goals and how to meet at the middle. Normally, it's for trust restoration. Then we can restore the entire marriage. It will take time. Second, most frequent goals in marriage counseling, I would call this as conflict resolution. Okay, what is conflict resolution? Conflict resolution is when we start settling the feelings of unfairness, the feelings of injustice within the marital unit. It's also connected to settling cultural differences. So I'll put this conflict resolution and cultural differences. I will start with the concept of husband and wife. What is your concept of husband and what is your concept of wife, and the concept of marriage in itself? Again, communication will start coming back in as a main method. Because in the first place, answer me this question: who should be cleaning the toilets? Who should be the king or the queen of the kitchen? Most of the wives, especially here in Asia, where it's a dual income family, right? Normally the husband's working full time. Guess what? The wives usually have their own careers. Both are working full time, and the wife will start asking, hey, we're both bringing in money to the family, for the family, yet why am I still fully in charge of the household chores? The cleanliness of the house, changing the bed sheets, doing the laundries, and at the same time, I, the wife, am still in charge of the kids. When something bad happens, I am responsible. You, my husband, only have to work and sign checks. I have to do everything. This one is one source of unfairness or perceived injustice. Why is it that we visit my parents once a month? We visit your parents every day. Conflict resolution, because of cultural difference. Number 2. Jumping to number 3, most common goals for marriage therapy would be settling adjustment issues. This one is actually, okay, I'm not sure if 2 or 3 is more common, but this is very, very common. Adjustment issues, adjustment to the changes from the journey coming from a single life, or the husband and wife in the dating realm. Now they have to adjust to marriage. A lot of big changes will happen. And for most couples who come for these goals, it's difficult for them to start changing. So say, for example, what was once started as a highly romantic, both couples are highly in love. Then they start reproducing and the baby starts popping up. Now I start noticing, does my wife still love me? The junior came out, and it's like it became her world. It's like I don't exist anymore. Everything is about the baby. We call it baby-centric, child-centric marriages. This one usually happens for the first child. If it's happening to you, it should happen. It should happen because both of you, it's a sign that both of you are adjusting to the changes. Both of you know that there's a huge variable that entered the marital unit. It's called the child, the son or the daughter. How do we adjust to this one, right? Again, more concepts will be coming up, concepts regarding who gets to wake up at 2 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. to feed the child, who gets to clean the bottles, for example. It all starts with, in the Asian practice of confinement. Should there be a confinement period? Who gets to take care of the wife who just gave birth during the confinement period? Adjustment issues. So adjustment to children. Another one I've categorized, very common, is adjusting to aging parents. So say, for example, one of my parents has passed away, and I want my surviving parent to stay with us. So will my wife allow this? So I'll just give my wife the shock of her life by showing her my dad's luggages in the living room. So, surprise, dad is staying with us for the rest of his life. Adjustment issues, adjusting to the aging parents. This one also involves adjusting to your work, renovating the house to have all these bars and safety features, giving up another room, giving up my time to take my for example, to take up my parents to the hospital for their regular checkups. So all of these are logistics, and it may clash with conflict resolution because there's going to be a lot of negotiations to adjust to. There's going to be a lot of feelings of unfairness and injustices that they will have to square off. Now, as I promised, it's going to be, the goals will be ranging from the most common ones, like having an affair. It's devastating, but it's quite common in my world here. And it's going to range from common to the more sad and painful one. Now we're on the sad region. Goal number 4. Common goal number 4, divorce decision. When either one of the husband or the wife coming to the marriage counseling session with a decision in mind that this relationship is not going to work out because I've decided to leave you already. I call this divorce decision because in the first place, some couples still go for counseling to give it a last shot, on whether to call it quits or not. So the D word will always be coming up. One wants to divorce, the other one wants to work on the relationship. So they're giving this the one last hurrah. So they use the session for safer and clearer communication. And sometimes the painful part here is that the decision has already been made, but they're still using the session to come up with an amicable separation. So I cannot do this alone at home. I've been telling my husband I want divorce, but it doesn't sink in. So we call for this session. I feel used, actually, as a therapist. I feel used if they do this. But again, especially with my stance, we are pro-marriage. They come to the wrong place, right? This is a Christian Counselling Centre, but they come here to settle the divorce logistics and stuff. And I will still offer them as a pro-marriage counselor, anti-divorce counselor. There are times where I have to succumb and agree that divorce is divorce. Fine, right? But most of the time, I will encourage the couple, hey, why don't you try therapy first? Try some counseling, try some therapy first. Maybe we could still fix this. There's always hope. There's always hope. So it's not to overrule the decision of the husband or the wife who wants divorce, but they come to the therapy also having this hope that maybe there's a crack that we can use, that I don't have to go to the divorce process. It's a very, very scary process as well. So most of them will use this as a last resort. So divorce and decision making. Very sad use of the marriage session. Last one is by far, I would say, the most painful one, grief and mourning. I wouldn't say, I don't want it to be common, but it does happen. Couples going for a miscarriage, worse. Couples losing a baby, worse. Couples losing a child. And both of it's already testing the marital relationship. and they seek professional help on how to go about this. Of course, there's going to be a long process of grieving, many types. Sometimes there's going to be blaming that will happen. This is where we start forming the narrative of what truly happened. Is there someone who's truly responsible for this, for what truly happened? So we check out the narrative. It's a case-to-case basis, but the goals are the same. We're here to journey with the husband and wife to go through this very painful process, give them hope to stick to the marriage. They need each other more than ever, and to try again in the future. So here are the 5 frequent goals, frequent or common goals. Common goals sound wrong, but I'll try to use frequent. The 5 frequent goals of marriage therapy. Take note that so long as both parties come for the session and both parties are motivated to change, both parties, the husband and the wife, are motivated for restoration, I would say that there is always hope. There are things that we can do to work it out. Communication, forming narratives. We can even go for psychological testing. So if you have more questions regarding the process, regarding the goals of marriage and therapy, either you wait for more videos or you can call us if you're interested in our services as well. You can call us. Feel free to contact us. Grace Counseling Centre here in Singapore. Details in the description below. Hope to hear from you guys. Yeah. Again, thanks for listening. God bless you all.